What is up, guys? Z-Rip here, and before we jump into the video, as you guys can tell in the background, I'm going to have some arms race gameplay for you guys. This is just a pretty entertaining gameplay, so I thought that I would use it. Before I get into the video as well, I just want to let you guys know that this is a beginner's guide. This is a beginner's tips and tricks, so if you're above a Nova Master, then you probably don't want to watch the video. You probably won't be interested because these are going to be very basic tips. I'm pretty much just starting up the game and just initially playing. Number one, suppressors on the guns. They do have better statistics on them. Some of the guns that they have, there's a little bit better things about them, such as accuracy and just different things like that. Now, if the only reason though that you're putting a suppressor on your gun, or just, using the gun with the suppressor, of course, is to not be shown on the map or not heard or anything, then it's going to be useless, guys. Just use the one without the suppressor if you like that better, because the only times that you show up on the map in Counter-Strike is only if somebody on the opposite team sees you. It's not if you shoot or anything like that. It's not like Call of Duty, Battlefield, any other game like that. All you have to do is let them see. If they see you, then you're on the map. If you shoot, you're not on the map. Now, if you're doing this, if you're using a suppressor just so you won't really be heard as much, I can guarantee you guys that a suppressor and without a suppressor is almost identically the same loudness, I guess, if that's a word. I use Astros when I'm playing, and I can hear a suppressor just as good as I can hear someone without a suppressor. Obviously the noise sounds different, but it's still just as loud and audible, I guess. So you're not going to be hidden by the sound if you're using a suppressor or anything. We can still hear you guys. No point in using that. Now, as far as nades, make sure that when you get nades, you use them, and make sure you do get nades. I used to not get nades that much at all. Sometimes I still don't buy nades, but it is a very, very good idea. Nades are key and competitive. They can change the game entirely, and I know it sounds stupid and it seems simple enough, but they really can. Smoking, if you smoke a spot, chances are they're not going to go through it because they're going to be scared. So you could have just saved yourself. You could have saved a few teammates' lives. You could have even saved an entire bomb site just by that one smoke spot that you used. So make sure that you use your nades completely to your advantage. Flashes, even the incendiaries and the actual frag grenades, they can be so helpful, because if you have a guy that's just hiding in a corner, you can just push him on out and then pick him off, or your teammate can pick him off. It just makes it so much easier to get those easy kills. Now, as far as crosshair placement, this is one that I definitely struggle with. A lot of the times, the only reason I'm struggling with it is because I'm trying to watch two doorways. So what I'll do is I'll place my crosshair in the middle, so I can kind of watch both and just try and sling to either one. Now, even though that can be kind of smart, it can also put you to a huge disadvantage. Most of the time, one of those doorways is going to be the one that has heavy traffic, and it's going to be the one that they use majority of the time. So just place your crosshair there where you know that you have a high percentage of them coming through, and place it right around where you think the head marker will be. And if you don't have any knowledge of maybe where their head might be or anything, or you can't judge that, then just place it somewhere in the middle where you can at least get that chest or stomach shot off of them, and then you can spray up towards the head. As far as your crosshair, there's actually community maps and everything that you can load. You'll just have to go to find a game and then community servers and everything, and you can find a crosshair map. You can go in there and there's loads of different crosshairs, and pick the one that you just feel really comfortable with. There's always targets and stuff in there too, so you can just shoot around, mess around, and just have some experience with those crosshairs, because your crosshair is huge in Counter-Strike. Crosshairs are made for you to have the best aim possible, so make sure you get one that fits very comfortable with your playstyle. And then as far as callouts, of course, it's competitive. You're going to want to learn the callouts. If you don't know the callouts, then do your best and ask someone for help in the game. And I still do this on maps that I don't play very often. I have to ask people what that callout is and everything, and then just try and remember that next time. I know it can be a little hard and stressful at first, but the maps are fairly easy to learn, and the callouts aren't that hard. They're pretty simple callouts for the most part. And then as far as firing your gun, usually if you're using If you're using SMG, it's fairly easy to run and gun in Counter-Strike, honestly. You can, if you know a guy's around a corner or anything, you can just run around there spraying and then boom, you'll hit him. Most of the time you even get headshots. If you're aiming fairly decent on the stomach, that recoil will kick it on up towards their head and then boom, you just plowed right through. Now if you're using assault rifles on the other hand, or even pistols, I mean of course pistols you're going to have to burst fire anyways, but if you're tapping your mouse as fast as you can, then your aim is going to be so bad. So just try and tap slowly when you're using the pistols. I mean, it's going to help you get those headshots and just easier kills. And then with rifles, especially, they have the most recoil in the game. And if you are spraying, if you're decently up close to them, then usually it's best to try and pull down towards the ground, because that recoil is going to kick it up towards their head and chest, and you're going to be able to kill them a whole lot faster and easier instead of just slinging your mouse and crosshair all over the place trying to mow them down like that. And then if you are far away, or at least around a medium range, it's best to try and burst fire. If you can burst fire very well, get that 3 to 5 bullet burst on them, then it's going to be absolutely deadly at these ranges. If you can't, semi-automatic, just a tap fire is pretty simple. So you can just put it right around their chest, neck area, and then just give it a few little taps, and more than likely you're going to hit their head at least once, and then boom, you got yourself a kill. Now if you guys did enjoy these simple tips and tricks for a beginner's guide on CSGO, make sure you guys drop a like down on the video. More CSGO videos coming soon. I have a montage I'm going to release soon as well. Maybe a few other skits or something like that. If you guys want to see that, post a comment, let me know what you want to see in the next one. Anyways, peace out, guys. Yeah.